What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another show. So, there are too many people upset about this new Zelda movie. And one of the main things that is upsetting people is the fact that Link doesn't have the Master Sword. And there's something pretty obvious about why he doesn't have the Master Sword in, these first look photos. Now, these are just production photos. And let me go ahead and pull up the picture here. So, as you guys can see, we have Zelda pretty much in front of Link, and she's kind of just looking off into the yonder there with a bow and arrow. And that's one of the first things that is making a lot of people upset. But historically, Zelda has always had a bow and arrow. I believe it started in the video games around Twilight Princess, maybe something around there. And I can be wrong about that. But even in some of the old school TV shows, we see Zelda had a bow. All right. So it's not really something that is making me upset. I think it looks quite good. I think the casting, even for Zelda, is pretty good. But a lot of people are upset that Link doesn't have the Master Sword. And I might add that he also doesn't have his shield. And when you think about the sword and the shield, that's something that you want to get right. You don't want to just put that out in a production photo. And it's quite obvious why they didn't do that. Because, a lot of people want to see that be accurate. A lot of people have the shield up on their wall. A lot of people might even have replicas of the Master Sword, and those kinds of things you want to get right. And of course, Link is the subordinate to Zelda. I think later on in the movie, once we finally get the film, once it's released and all that, she's going to get captured, and Link might go on a journey, end up getting the Master Sword. If you guys are familiar with the games, getting the Master Sword is kind of an adventure in itself. So I'm pretty sure that is going to be how it takes place. But I think one of the obvious things that a lot of people are overlooking is, one of the only reasons that we're getting these set photos in the first place is because of this leaked footage. So once this got leaked, it was pretty obvious. They had to do a little bit of damage control. They had to do something. They had to go ahead and give us something, which is how we ended up with these photos in the first place. Now, we only get 3 pictures, and again, I think that Princess Zelda looks pretty good. I think that was accurate casting. When we go to Benjamin Evan as Link, I think we could have done better. That's just my personal opinion. I think we could have did a better job. I think Nintendo could have casted a better person. I don't know why I'm saying we, but I think Link could have been cast better, in my personal opinion. Now, there are still some people raging on the internet saying that we should have had Hunter Schafer as Princess Zelda. And I mean, yeah, this looks just like Zelda. Stunning, spitting image. I can't tell the difference. Of course, I'm being sarcastic. This would have been a horrible move, and Nintendo is pretty familiar with that. Now, when we think about Nintendo and Nintendo's filmmaking, I guess, history, I think they did a pretty good job with the Super Mario movie. Nintendo isn't woke. I'm not really afraid for this movie as I would be if this was something coming out of Disney per se. Then we might have some things to worry about, but I think we're going to get a pretty good film coming from Nintendo. The only possible thing we might have to worry about would be the people that wrote the movie, right? The writers of the movie. So we have Derek Conley here. And of course, IMDb can be inaccurate, but I think this is pretty accurate here. When we look at some of the things that he's written, so we get things that he's known for, right? Safety Not Guaranteed, Jurassic World, Jurassic World Dominion, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. We also get Star Wars Return of Skywalker, which was a terrible movie. Probably the only good movie that I'm seeing on his resume is Detective Pikachu, which is probably how he got this job in the first place, since he's worked on a Nintendo IP already. So he might have pulled some strings, or somebody might have called him in for that. And then we take a look at the other writer, which is T.S. Nolan. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. And when we look at some of the things that he's known for, The Atom Project, Pacific Rim Uprising, which was a terrible movie, Maze Runner, Phoenix Forgotten. And I've seen some of the Maze Runner movies over, I don't know, 11, 10 years ago, whatever. Nothing notable, nothing that I can say, oh, that was a great movie. I don't remember those movies, to be quite honest. So I can't tell you if they're good or not, but it doesn't seem like he has a impressive resume. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. And I'm pretty sure that Nintendo is watching over this with a microscope. So I'm pretty sure they have their hands on this movie so that it doesn't turn out to be a crap movie. And it's definitely not going to be a woke movie by any name, shape, or whatever. I don't think this is going to be a woke movie. But anyways, I think it's pretty obvious why Link doesn't have the sword, why he doesn't have his shield. That's not something that you want to put out there into the world, especially in a production picture. Like, come on, guys. That's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Did you guys like these first look pictures? Do you think they should have put the Master Sword in the production photos? Do you think this is a good casting for Link? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.